good tone on this one. When you're ready, try it. This is the sound you want. Okay, and you can let's try that.
I like kinda.
That's pretty good. Don't tense up. I saw your shoulders raised when you play a higher note. Well, just kind of push this thumb, push it into the horn a little bit. Don't push up, push in a little bit. And you can just kind of control it. You can guide it a little bit, okay? Horn on your leg like this. Take your mouthpiece. And again, don't push anything on, sort of weasel it. And just doot, 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 doot. And there you go. That's a setup saxophone. Now, as far as intonation goes, when you're flat, you want to pull, or you want to push in to sharpen a little bit. If you're too sharp, you want to pull out, okay? So flat, if you're too flat, push in. If you're too sharp, push out, pull out. And then, once you're set, and you can draw in pencil on the cork very lightly on the right spot where it's like a sweet spot. Then you just check your notes, adjust the neck strap, make sure it comes sort of easily right into your mouth. So, and then you can play. And the deconstruction, again, sort of prop it on your leg, pull your mouthpiece off, and you want to clean everything. So your mouthpiece, you're going to take the reed off by loosening the ligature. So take that off, wash the mouthpiece with water, and then dry it out with a swab or a paper towel to prevent bacteria from growing. You're going to loosen your neck screws, sort of weasel it off again, not pulling anywhere. And then put that back in the case. Yada yada. Take your horn, unclip it, set it kind of here, and then if you guys have it up in the box up there, you're going to want to very lightly just keep the horn between your legs and take the heavy part, the swab, drop it into your horn, and then just reach in there. It's like you're performing surgery, and then you're going to take it, swab it out. This also prevents any stink and spit from getting stuck in there, and the reason why you want to get rid of stink or spit is because it'll make your pads sticky, and then you won't be able to get notes out. So then do that a couple times, wipe off, blah, blah, blah. And that's a pretty clean horn. Another thing to remember is that you can take basically a thin piece of paper and open the pads and then put that piece of paper underneath, let the pad fall and pull it out. And that'll clean those. The last thing I think I'll show you is to get spit. If you see spit sitting in the bottom of the horn, tilt it like this, pulling it, and the spit will sort of run out, and just do that outside or into a trash can.
Right.
Otherwise, yeah, just clean your stuff, handle everything gently, be kind to your instruments.
Cool.
Yep.
Thanks, Teach.
Phone construction and deconstruction and maintenance. Oh. Swab. So, as far as handling the horn, I think that's sort of a good basis. You don't want to grab it here. You don't want to grab it here. You basically don't want to grab anywhere but the bell. So when you're moving the horn, just pick it up by the bell. Hold it down here and by the bell, because there's nothing to mess up there. You do not want to grab it here, 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 here. Basically anywhere where there's like things that move. So once you grab it there, I keep my neck strap inside of it. That's up to you. What you're going to want to do is take your neck and never push things in, always sort of weasel them in, and you want to make sure that this is lubricated. I think the box up there will have cork grease, which you put on the cork. You put the cork grease on the cork to put the mouthpiece on it, and you also put it on here and sort of wipe it around so that it goes easily into the horn.
What about like skin grease? Is that allowable or not?
You can use Vaseline.
What about what comes off you?
Your own juices.
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I would avoid that. That's a little gross. So you sort of weasel it in, and before you weasel it in, make sure these are loose so that it can actually get in. And I think the somewhere up there has only one. If it has only one, loosen the one. If it has two, loosen both of them. And then sort of weasel it in. And then once it's in, you want a line of the octave key thing to sort of line up with that little octave key thing. And that'll make sure you don't have any air coming out, okay? Once you have that, tighten that. Make sure it's nice and tight, but not too tight. You don't want to strip the screws. And you probably, at this point, want to put your neck strap on. Or actually, never mind. We'll do the reed first, the mouthpiece. So you take your reed, stick in your mouth. Then you wait a little bit. Sort of slosh your saliva around it to make it wet. And then you look at it, and you're like, alright, it's pretty wet. And then you want to flatten it on the surface. Just take your thumb, sort of run it along there, make sure it's nice and flat. If it's not flat, if it's warped, you're going to get a funky sound. So it's pretty flat. Flat. Okay. Then you want to take your mouthpiece and you're going to just put the reed, be very careful because the tips of reeds are very, very sensitive. Put the reed on the table, push it up until you can kind of just see that it's lined up with the tip of the mouthpiece. Okay? Then you're going to slide your little ligature on. Make sure it's lined up, and then hold it and tighten it. And you can check to make sure you've done good work by just blowing it. Okay, so that's good. Now we're going to put the mouthpiece on the saxophone. So you can also, so we can try going down again, just starting with C. And when in the same breath, let's go C, B, okay? And I'll sort of nod at you when we go to B, okay?
Okay, I was like.
That was good though. That was not bad.
It's, yeah.
And try to just stay loosey-goosey. You don't want to tense up when you change notes. You want to go. I don't move. It's just my fingers. And you barely, you shouldn't really see my fingers moving that much.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try. Start on C and we'll go all the way down to G in one breath. Okay, and you choose when to move, and I'll follow.
Okay.
And you want this to stay out away from your body a little bit.
Okay. So all the way through the whole.
All the way down to this. All the way down to G. Okay, so start on C. Sorry, let's just start.
Don't say sorry, it's not you.
Damn, that sounds really good. That sounds so much better than the first time you played.
Yeah.
So we keep going because I was pretty happy with all those tones. I think
Yeah, it was just the transition.
the transition's gonna screw you up for a little while. It took me a while. It's just a matter of matching. There's a way to cheat. It involves these guys. So you can go.
I don't know what just happened.
So I'm pressing B. I'm pressing just the B note, right? So play your B. Just the top finger. Just the one. Play it.
No.
Alright? And what you can do is, when you press this and press this, you get C. That's C. When you have one up here, that's B.
Uh-huh.
When you have two, A. When you have three, G.
Okay.
Okay? C, B, A, G. Yeah, okay, so let's try that. Start with C. Sorry.
The sound just doesn't go through.
B. A. G.
Okay, there was
Try,
something wrong
try
with
the
that
G
one.
then. Let me try to get a tone like this. Nice. That was a good note.
Okay.
Well done.
Yeah.
And then
I.
pretty good.
That was awesome.